Get into questions.
Max, just what was it that they were doing that was making it tough on you guys today?
I mean, NFL defense number one is tough in general. I think that they pose physicality, schematics wise. They put stuff on tape that wasn't a big part of their operation defensively in a pretty short week too. So props to them on that, getting us in tough situations, and we got to do better in some scenarios in offense, and making sure we're a little more efficient early and communicating better on my end. And but a win's a win, and the guys on the other side of the ball helps out a lot today. And that's the definition of complementary football today, is what the defense and special teams did for us today.
Max, what was your perspective on the jet sweep?
Say it again.
The jet sweep, just what was your perspective on it?
Yeah, I absolutely love the call. It took us a couple times to get it right. I could have communicated better in the huddle and making sure we got the play off the first time. And the second one did a great job up front. We had kind of been setting it up all game, and fortunately it hit for us big time. And once J.A. picked those knees up, I knew he was gone, and did a great job. It's cool to kind of be from behind and watching that view of J.A. hitting full speed. I was like 22 miles an hour or something like that, so pretty cool.
Max, Jordan talked about how you guys had run that in practice and it was successful too. So when that play call comes in and you kind of know the potential for what it can do, what kind of goes through your mind there?
I mean, personally, for all of us, just one-on-one and mentally speaking, it's just doing your part of the job. And if the O-line doesn't execute up front, the play doesn't work. If Speedy doesn't get a good block on the backside, it doesn't work. And J.A. did a great job timing it up. We practiced probably that maybe one time this week, and maybe twice. I'm not sure. We got 2 times, and practice throughout short weeks. It's not true like full speed practice. And so for him to be able to execute that at a really, he did a really good job with that execution. And again, everyone did their job, and that's why the play was successful. And that's the story of offensive football, is making sure that everyone's doing their job as best they can. And usually that leads to a successful play for us.
I know this one's still fresh, but what, if any, takeaways do you have of your first 2 NFL starts and what you've kind of...
Lots of learning, man. Lots of learning. NFL football is hard. And people say it a lot. NFL football was fun too, and that's not me saying I don't enjoy this. My favorite part is the process and the people around the team and around the facility. That's what makes playing for the Vikings fun. And to have earned those opportunities and have the guys in the huddle and full support throughout the ups and the downs of our team's success, and some really rough patches too this year. It's a blessing to be in that huddle, and I'm grateful for it. And I take every single rep on the field and rep as a game day, and I continue to build and to have the guys around, like I said, that really support that process is a lot of fun. And I just appreciate how much they communicate back too. And I love to learn, I love to grow, and the guys are always giving me stuff how I can do better, which is a lot of fun.
Max, what can you say about Aaron Jones? Obviously, gutting it out over these last couple weeks through some injuries.
Yeah, he's a tough son of a gun. Absolutely incredible leader for our football team. Incredible dude too. Like probably one of my favorite guys in the team, and just how he handles himself on a daily basis. And he's always working his butt off, whether it's a walkthrough in practice mentally or a full speed practice day. There's never a play off for him, and obviously he's been around the game for a bit, and he's seen a lot of offensive football, and that helps for a young quarterback, under the center. So to have him back there's a lot of fun. Guys like C.J. Ham as well, having him back there, that's a pretty cool duo to have back there. And not to mention what Ty Chandler does today too. I mean, he's one of the hardest runners I've ever seen in my life. We got a good crew back there.
Max, you mentioned the defense. Just what has it been like to share a locker room with Harrison Smith this season?
I like how kind of open he is, just with talking about kind of his story, his career. The small, chit chat in the locker room it's a fun part about being in there with him. And his view on football is really cool from a quarterback's perspective, how he sees offensive football. And any time that I get with him, whether it's 15 seconds or 10 minutes where I get to talk about football with him, it's stuff that I don't take for granted, and I'm really intentional about talking with him about that. And I'm very grateful to have him there, and I'm grateful that he's very open to talk about football and just his career in general, because NFL careers are no joke, and he's had an outstanding one so far. And I'm excited to see him come out next weekend. Thanks, guys.